Hey there, I'm Brittany, and this is a Lesbian Agenda. For my first sapphic icon deep dive, I had to go with my childhood hero. Hopefully you remember her from science class. That's right, Sally Ride, the first American woman in space, brilliant physicist and educator, a hero to generations of kids and grown-ups alike. But what your teachers probably didn't tell you, Sally Ride was also a lesbian. And after death, she made damn sure we knew it. Let's talk about her life, her love, and the strategic coming out that changed queer history. Sally Ride was a physicist, astronaut, and certified badass. In 1983, she became the first American woman in space, breaking barriers in a field dominated by men. She flew on the Space Shuttle Challenger not once, but twice. And she did it while answering absurd media questions like, "Do you plan on wearing makeup in space?" And, "Will the flight affect your reproductive organs?" Spoiler, it didn't. Sally was brilliant, private, and had the pressure of an entire country watching her, wanting her to be exceptional, but not too different. Being openly gay in the 80s, that wasn't just too different. It was dangerous. It's easy now, surrounded by rainbow logos, pride merch, and celebrities coming out on magazine covers to wonder, why didn't Sally Ride just come out when she was alive? But here's the truth. Sally Ride became an astronaut in the early 1980s. And at that time, being openly gay wasn't just taboo, it was treated as a threat by the US government. So, if you were queer and worked in federal spaces, NASA, the military, intelligence, you could be labeled as a security risk, fired. There were no anti-discrimination laws protecting LGBTQ+ people. No legal recourse. No HR department with a rainbow sticker on the door. And coming out to the public, that could have ended everything she worked for. Her career, her credibility, her safety. So Sally didn't go public, but she didn't lie either. Her family knew. Her friends knew. Her partner, Tam O'Shaughnessy, stood beside her and worked with her for over 27 years. Sally wasn't hiding. She was navigating a system that wasn't safe for her. She knew she couldn't be both a national hero and openly gay. Not in the eyes of the media. Not in the eyes of the government. But she could make sure that the truth would come out on her own terms. And that's exactly what she did. Tam O'Shaughnessy, writer, educator, fellow scientist, Sally's life partner for 27 years, yes, 27, they co-founded Sally Ride Science together. They built a life privately, deliberately, lovingly. Sally never pretended to be straight among the people who mattered. Her family knew. Her friends knew. She wasn't closeted. She just wasn't public. Because she couldn't be. But when Sally was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, she didn't just think about legacy. She planned her truth. In 2012, Sally Ride passed away after a private battle with cancer. But in her obituary, crafted with her family, there was one sentence that rewrote history. The sentence, "She is survived by her partner of 27 years, Tam O'Shaughnessy." That was it. No euphemisms, no long-time companion, no hiding, just partner. In one sentence, Sally did what generations before her couldn't do. She claimed her queerness publicly and proudly after her death. It wasn't loud, it wasn't dramatic, but it was deliberate. And that quiet truth, it sent a signal to every queer person who ever felt erased. I am one of you. You are not alone.
Sally's sister, Bear Ride, who was openly gay herself, confirmed Sally and Tam's relationship publicly in the days following Sally's death. She said, "Sally never hid her relationship with Tam. It was just part of her life. We considered Tam a member of the family for decades. And she added, Sally always wanted her personal life to remain private, but she understood the symbolic importance of acknowledging Tam. Sally knew what it would mean for queer kids. She acknowledged Tam for us, for the community, for the scared, confused little kids like me, maybe you, who needed to see someone like us be represented.
And that's what makes Sally's coming out so powerful. She wasn't outed after her death. She orchestrated her coming out. Even in death, Sally used her legacy to say, hey, I was the first American woman in space, and I was a lesbian, just like you. That's strategy. That's courage. That's queer history.
For decades, queer people have been erased from science, politics, media, hell, even from their own obituaries. Sally flipped the script. She showed the world that visibility doesn't always look like a parade or a press conference. Sometimes it looks like one clear sentence in your final words to the world. And that sentence, it helped validate and build a stronger community for all of us.
Sally Ride was my childhood hero. I looked up to her. The first American woman in space. She was brave, brilliant, and exactly the kind of role model I needed. But I didn't know she was a lesbian until I was in my late 30s. And I'm not gonna lie, when I found out, it hit me hard. Not in a bad way though, in a healing way. Because if I'd known back then that the woman I admired most was just like me, that kind of visibility could have changed everything. If you enjoyed learning more about Sally, show this video some love. Hit that like, subscribe, and comment about anything new you learned today. And if you're craving more resources, stories, and unapologetically queer content, check out my Linktree. I've just linked my lesbian dating guide. It's a free ebook download. I didn't have a lesbian dating guide roadmap or any kind of roadmap, so I made us one. Whether you're newly out, still figuring it out, or just vibing in the community, it's got you covered. Well, that's it for today's Lesbian Icons. Stay proud, stay loud, and I'll see you next time on the Lesbian Agenda.